Oh, hello everybody. I was just looking at this plane with this enormous, giant, fairly large package. Sorry, BK, Macwax Stacks. I'm gonna resist temptation and not go off color at this point. No LML for you.
Warning, low
But I
maturity
actually
level.
did resist temptation in not opening this package that I've been holding on for probably close to a month now. As you know, I like to open these things during my video. That's kind of how I roll. Kind of makes it fun. Everyone gets that first look the same time I do. And I tell you what, this is going to be interesting because I'm actually curious to what's inside. And the reason being is the sender I don't know a lot about. Let's see. I'm going to turn this around, try to cover the information. As you can see, this is all that the return address says. UGC, and look at the penmanship. It's really nice. So I guess that's a good indication that it's going to be harmless. Although I guess I never did see. I don't know what the Unabomber's penmanship looked like, so maybe that's not a good uh, indicator. But no, in all seriousness, I know who it's from, as we've corresponded via email the last several months, but I legitimately have never met this person, let alone I've never even seen this person. They don't have a, well, they have maybe, I guess they have a YouTube um, channel or a subscription, but they're not a content creator. And they do subscribe to my channel along with many others here in the card community. That I know. And also, I do know that this person is curating one heck of a card collection, as he's actually sent me pictures. I mean, he's got T206s, a lot of pre war, post war cards from the, 50s, 60s, 70s, even stuff I don't even know. I mean, because like I said, I don't know this person real well yet. But I do know that he was amazing enough to send me a package. So, I can't wait to see what's inside of it. I'm glad you guys are. Hopefully, you'll stick around to see what's in there with me. And yeah, let's do it. I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, first, before I do that, I think I do have a couple words to say uh, for you all. I'd be remiss without saying, and it's all coming up right now. Okay, let's get into this thing. So the sender's name is Anthony. Um, he is a watcher and commenter of videos in our card community. His uncle Gary was a big collector with a amazing collection, and his collection features 1959 Ted Williams set in just pristine condition. I know because Anthony has sent me pictures. As I said in the opening, we've been communicating via email for the last several months. He sent me pictures of T206s, Gaudi sets, sets from all decades, and it's just amazing. Um, However, unfortunately, Anthony's uncle Gary passed a while back. In fact, Anthony says Gary's headstone reads, everyone's favorite uncle. So let's say as we open it, we got some great packaging material to protect whatever's in here. And look at that. Looks like a assortment of items. I sent Anthony a list because Anthony asked me kind of what I needed for my collection. Um, oh, and just to get back to a little more description of what Anthony is all about. Anthony is now the curator of the appropriately named the Uncle Gary's Collection, which which cool enough also includes a jukebox that Anthony is in the process of restoring, which is one of my passions as well. Please refer back, shameless plug, please refer to my jukebox, pinball, and diner video that I released a couple of videos ago. But I'm just going to continue talking about Anthony and the Uncle Gary collection. I don't, oh, let's see. This looks like a something I don't want to bend. Looks like a scroll. Interesting. Wow. Okay. We'll set that aside. Oh, I think I know what this might be. We'll set that aside. Like some, okay, some baseball coins. Coincidentally enough, Andy from Andy's Attic just sent me a couple of these too. I never had these before, and now look at this, but we'll get into these a little bit. So back earlier in the year, Anthony made a nice comment on one of my videos. Since then, we've had some lovely communications via email, as I mentioned, where I discovered that Anthony enjoys giving some cards from his Uncle Gary's collection to collectors he follows. Ooh, looks like some cards here. So, and for example, the Mangini collection.
When I talk oddball, it is amazing the passion that comes at me.
And G's Mikey are a couple of previous recipients of cards from Uncle Gary's collection. Wow, look at this. This just is a treasure trove. There's a single card. Therefore, Anthony graciously offered to donate some cards for me from the Uncle Gary collection that I was needing to fill some of the sets that I'm building, which I mentioned before. So let's continue opening this. So that's a little background on the whole situation. Again, amazing. Anthony, great gesture. And I just can't wait to look at what's in this box. Try not to spoil it. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to put these off camera because I seem to be kind of showing what's in here as I go, which is probably not a good idea. Oh, and as always, kiddos, don't ever eat this stuff. It's really bad. I think you grow horns or something if you eat it. So anyway, here, let's just do this one at a time. I'm going to put this off camera, and we're going to unveil these one at a time. No particular order because I don't know. Actually, I'm going to see if there's a note in here. Maybe Anthony has some instructions. So I might even just pause this for a second, get it situated, and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, we're back. This is what I was kind of looking for. Here's a note from Anthony. I'll just read it on the air. Hopefully it's not too personal. If it is, I'll just edit it out. But it says, "Hello, Rob. Sorry for the delay in sending this package. I'll keep an eye out for other items that may interest you. This is just what I could find at the time." I mean, like I said, this is just unnecessary, above the Call of Duty. I mean, this is incredible. Like I said, we've never even met, and here he is sending me stuff. It's just the generosity of this community is amazing. So anyway, I hope you can fill a few spots in your sets. As I mentioned, I did send Gary some of my voids or some of my needs or some of my likes and how I collect. So he may have, I'm sure he tailored some of these items specifically to me, which is awesome. So they may not meet your condition requirement. Oh no, it's free. I can't have any expectations. It's I just appreciate it. But hopefully, we'll be a placeholder in the interim. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Enjoy your day, Anthony. And again, he is the curator of the Uncle Gary collection. So, yeah, fantastic. So, in no particular order, because I'm not that well organized, I'm just going to show you items that Anthony sent. And I got this scroll that really intrigues me, so I'm going to kind of tease that, keep that at the end. Don't know what that is. But he sent me some postcards from Chicago. I visited Chicago many times. Comiskey Park, unfortunately, the old Comiskey, never had the honor, the opportunity to go. I've been to the new Comiskey before, but this would have been incredible. The old Comiskey. Um, Used to watch a lot of games on WGN back in the day, and then of course the centerpiece of my life as far as being a baseball fan, Wrigley Field. Shout out to all the Cubs fans out there. Too numerous to say individually, but you know who you are. And if anyone hasn't gone to Wrigley Field, do yourself a favor if you're a baseball fan. See it at least once in your lifetime. It just it lives up to all the hype. That's all I'll say. And the new renovations and the modern things they've done to the park, they still were able to maintain the historical beauty that is Wrigley Field. So, yeah, perfect, Anthony. Couple great parks, and of course the National being in Chicago. If any of you guys get a chance to sneak out, I know the Orioles are in town, and another team comes in town too. I can't recall, but yeah, check your schedule, and if you get a chance to do both cool things at one time, the national and go to a Cubs game, I don't think you could get any. You couldn't do any better than that. I think so. All right, what else do we got? Oh, the looks like a Homer hanky. Let's see what year it's from. It's either 87 or 91, I'm sure. Yep, 87. I actually have this because I had the honor and privilege actually going to every World Series game back in '87. So I would have been games 1, 2, of course, game 6, and the clincher game 7, which is probably the most important sporting event I've ever been to in my life, as the Twins won their first World Series championship. So, Gary, knowing that I'm a Twins fan, this is awesome. So, do the math. What is this? uh, 48 years old. So it's like it's brand new. Hasn't been sneezed on once. It looks like so. Yeah, and just hopefully I'm not getting too specific with mystery man Anthony, but he is a fellow Minnesotan as well. So I think that's another reason he may have connected with me because we're both Minnesotans. So we know how it is being Twins fans, Vikings fans, North Star fans, Timberwolves fans, the highs and lows that go with it. So this is awesome. I mean, this looks like it's just been well taken care of. Just folded up, hardly ever touched. Always love to add this. One day I'll have to show my World Series 87 and 91. I don't know, I call it like a time capsule, just a box of newspapers and other memorabilia and mementos from those championship seasons. Um, Look at this. Looks like we got all-star ballots. So cool. I remember back in the day, you'd go to the game. Uh, well, this would probably be the time period before the all-star game. Maybe they started them in June, May, whatever, but they'd pass these down the aisle, and then you would punch out who you thought would be your choice for an all-star. As you see, this is first base National League. You got Will Clark in there. Garvey. I think that's Greg Brock. The Cat, Galarraga. Sid, Coffee and Bream. Shout out Andy's Attic. Keith Hernandez. Love him. Glenn Davis. Bobby Horner from the Braves. Um, Leon Bull Durham, Cubbies. And look at that, Pete Rose. So, yeah, you would choose that. I would probably on this, man, tough choice. Tough choice. Wow. Maybe, man, maybe back in the day, I probably would have chose probably Will Clark. I don't know. That was early for Clark. That was like of his rookie year, I think. He was really early. Pete Rose would be cool. Man, yeah, I'm wasting too much time on this, but yeah, that's fun. Shout out Eric, Four Leaf Cards. I know that he collects All Star ballots, but look at this. Let's start. Let's go descending order. 78. You can read. I'm not gonna. And these are all the National League. I'm and American League All Star nominees for that year. I'm not gonna read them all, but I was collecting. This is really the first year I started really seriously collecting baseball cards. So all these names are like old friends. Used to watch. Amazing. Look at this, 75. I never. I mean, this is a tad before my real baseball watching days back then. Of course, now I know them all, but wow. I'd love to know how you got these, Anthony. Man, this is you probably got them at the old Metropolitan Stadium and just saved them. I'm sure. Look at that. These are cool. I'll have to find like some plastic sheets to put these in to display them. These are great. And then here's the creme de la creme, a 1974 unpunched All-Star Game ballot. Let's just look at the third baseman. You got Bailey, the Penguins say Dan Dreesen, Darrell Evans, Garrett, Richie Hebner, Doug Radar, uh, Roberts. And then for American League, you had Sal Bando. Shout out Drew, Clean Cheap Shots.
Well, keep growing your
I
collection,
think
card
that's
farmers.
Buddy Bell. Love him. Melton, Don Money. Shout out Brewers fans. Greg, don't call me Craig. Nettles. Shout out to
I think this is about the fifth or sixth copy of this I have now.
that collects those. Craig Nettles. Brooks Robinson. A. Rodriguez. It's not A Rod. This is before his time. And then is that Ron Santo? American League. Okay, I'm not quite sure. It's got to be Ron. Maybe with the White Sox. Yeah, I believe he went from the Cubs to the White Sox. So cool. So yeah, that this is awesome. Unexpected All-Star ballot.
Wow.
So cool. Alrighty, I'll keep these up here. Actually, bring this hanky back here, and I'll put the postcards up here again too. Okay, again, no particular order, but I see some good stuff I'm going to try to save to the end. Baseball, I mean, it's all good stuff, relatively speaking, but baseball coins, unopened. I think I mentioned to Anthony that I love unopened, and he accommodated me with these baseball coins. And like I said in the opening earlier in the video, I should say that I just got my first ones from um, um, Andy's Attic. And of course, I'm keeping them unopened. This one's got Oral Hershiser on it. So cool. So thank you for that. What is this? Wow. Wrigley Field 75th anniversary. I think Wrigley opened what in 1906 or 1908. Cubs fans, Vince, sports card ripping teacher, vintage card Steve.
Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card
all the all
What is
the
going on, you
Cubs
guys? Super the
fans
video for it
out
today.
there, they would know. But yeah, this is amazing, amazing. Don't have a Wrigley Field pin. 75 years. Trying to do the math. So what are we in 2025? So they're probably what? Well over 100 years. So this is, I mean, this is old. Yeah, 75. Let's just say it was 2000, or excuse me, 1906. So this has got to be like early 80s. This pin is just my quick guess. Someone can say in the comments, but yeah, do the math. 1908, something like that. I should know. But yeah, Wrigley, old stadium. Okay, we got a binder of cards here. What has he got here? "1908 World Series." Obviously, it's a more modern card, but cool. Graham and Brown. That print is pretty dang small. Yankees. Yeah, 1905 World Series. So that was around the um, same year the Wrigley Field was built. So that's going to be Graham Brown. Interesting. I have to do my research on this one. Pretty cool. Different, unique. Never seen this card before. Of course, you sent me some twins. Frank, Sweet Music, Viola, Donruss, Diamond Kings. Very cool. There's the GOAT. Kent Herbeck, local boy, Bloomington, Minnesota. This is a Leaf. So cool. Don't have this card. 1985. Yep, that's kind of when the Twins are starting to turn the corner with all their young talent. A nice little sticker here. More stickers. Vintage Dave T. Mariners. Shout out. Drew Clean Cheap Shots. All my Yankees fans out there. Roy Smalley. There we go. I don't know if Anthony sent this one just so I could say stashy stash. Yeah, this is Roy Smalley, kind of in the lean years for the Twins back in the early 80s. He was their probably best player. He's actually the nephew of former Major League manager Gene Mauch. And another fun fact off the top of my head, Roy Smalley, the Twins traded him to the Yankees straight up for Ron Davis, which didn't work out too well for the Twins, and I don't think Smalley did really great with the Yankees as well. But yeah, in my youth, Roy Smalley was one of my favorite players. So cool. Got more cards. There it is. Eric Davis and Kirby Puckett. Now, if you were playing rotisserie baseball back in the day or fantasy baseball, uh, you could do a lot worse than these two players on your team. Shout out Rob's Cash Cards.
Welcome back to the
Peacemaker,
channel. Rob here.
Dave, the Reds, and of course, uh, um, Puckett, Kirby Puckett Place. Yeah, so it's awesome. Man, never seen this card before. Cool. Power Center. Yep, they were. Ooh, interesting. 1978 Doug Alt. Yeah. Shout out to all my Canadian brothers out there. 78, like I mentioned before, was the first collection or the first set I really um, bought a lot of these cards back in the day. And I was staying at my grandma's in a small town for a couple weeks during the summer, and really the only thing to do was go to the local grocery store and buy baseball cards. And I remember I used to actually play this game on the back, And for that reason, my cards that I still have today aren't in the best condition. But this is really good condition. Pretty cool. I think I I gave, or I know I gave Anthony my void list, and these are all ones that I'm missing. So yeah, so this is actually the first time I've really even seen these cards, which is cool. I've had those 78 cards for, again, do the math, like 48 years. So very cool. Or 47 years, I should say. Yep, that's exactly what he did. So yeah, this is, I'm trying to complete that 78 set that I started 47 years ago. Look at the Brewers team card. Great. There you go. Future stars that never really materialized for the Cubbies, which is that's why they were the lovable losers for so long. It's a nice Hall of Famer. Again, I'm trying to build the 1980 set, so these are some of the voids that Anthony is helping me fill. Appreciate that. Look at these are Hall of Famers too that I was missing. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific, Tony Taylor. Shout out BK, Tigers fans, Lisa Z. The Coos. He's actually he was born in Appleton, Minnesota. Of course, had a big hand in the Miracle Mets '69. So yeah, Coos actually did pitch for the Twins towards the tail end of his career. Wilbur Wood, shout out the Hobby Brigade.
Till
Dre
next
Diaz,
time,
Mrs.
from the
Diaz.
top of my heart.
Not just for collectors, but for all collectors. And a lot of Yankee fans. I got to shout out to my guy Daryl. I'm sure he's watching this while he's sorting cards. Mr. 95 cents.
Forget about
Angry Old
This
Man,
is Ed, also known as the Angry Old
Victor
Man.
Negron, Doug, Vintage Guy 316. Yeah, a lot of great Yankee fans out there. So I got one more stack, or a couple more items actually. And this is, like I said, I'm doing this all impromptu, improv, all off the cuff with you guys. 1983 Stadium Club members only. So wow. I said 83, it's 93. So I was definitely not collecting at this time. So this is all new. I'm actually going to open it, which I know I say I don't open things, but I don't know. I think it's okay because I can close it up. Oh, wow. So these are still in the package. Crazy. So yeah, I mean, we're still talking what, 32 years old now. These are beautiful cards. Got a basketball and the GOAT, Mario Lemieux. Shout out Zach's Collections.
Penultimate one.
That's cool. I'll put this back later. Wow. Gary's got, not Gary. This was Gary's collection, but Anthony sent me a lot of these things. Uncle Gary, rest in peace. Like Anthony said on his Uncle Gary's tombstone, it says everyone's favorite uncle. Of course, I can understand. Now these are cool. Yeah, for sake of time, I'm not gonna. I will show you this one. Oh, I thought that was Bagwell. It's not. Oh, Ripken. Pretty cool. Clemens. There he is, Jack Morris. Wow. Pendleton, Reardon. Oh, there's Bagwell right there. Very cool. I'll organize these later. I'm showing everything. I know this video is running long, but that's okay. If Anthony's going to take the time to send this to me, I'm gonna appreciate every last one. You guys can always forward these videos, of course. Nothing stops you. Look at this. Not even been opened. What's on the cover? Brian Taylor, former #1 draft pick of the Yankees. I don't think ever pitched one inning in the majors. So if you were prospecting back in the day, this would have been gold, but not anymore. So cool. What's on the back? Members only. Dave helps Padres with bat and arm. So that would be Dave. I can't read that. Dave someone. Um, whatever. Shout out to Dave. Okay. All right. We got one more of these. 1991. See, these are all different years. I don't know if I noticed that. So 91 was a big year for the Twins, of course, because they won their second World Series. But again, I wasn't collecting cards. I wish I was. There would have been some good ones. Okay. Mark Rypien. Mark Rypien. Yeah, he was a good quarterback. And then Guy Carbonell. Cool. Yep. These will stay unopened. Mike Gartner. He was a good hockey player. See the back of this one. Oh, Art Monk. Awesome. Hall of Famer. Okay, we'll put that back later. We got one more stack. I feel like this is almost like Mr. 95 Cents in his warehouse
collector. He does a lot
Although
of
this is from Uncle
comments.
Gary's Collection, courtesy of Anthony. Here's a more modern day. Oh, I'm so glad he sent this Mad Dog Madlock, because I can again shout out my Pirates fans, not my Pirates fans, but Pirates fans that are subscribed to my channel. That would be Andy's Attic, Zach's Collections. A lot of good Pirates fans in the community. And again, we're kind of in the same boat, being small market teams that really don't have a chance to win the World Series anymore, which is a shame. But I guess that's the nature of baseball. Another cool Twins sticker. That 4-pack. Astro.
Time is up. I thank you for yours.
Yeah. Braves. Shout out Adams Card Closet.
That's like a TTM.
Again, Cubs and
You
Reds
never know
fans,
what
we've
you're
already
gonna
shouted
get.
out, but cool card. Okay, so 1970 in the grocery store collection that I recently purchased, ton of 1970. So this is really, really, really generous of you, Anthony, because I'm missing not a lot of cards from the set. So this is really gonna help. So these are from my void list, and just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna highlight. These are in good condition. These are in good condition. Yeah, definitely they fit right in, because the collection that I purchased was in really awesome collection from Bruce. Kind of your wheelhouse right now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, guys. Not one Hank Aaron.
Oh, I didn't really have the room in.
2 Hank Aaron's. 3 Hank Aaron's. 4 Hank Aaron's.
Holy cow.
5 Hank Aaron's. I think we're going to have to maybe unveil these not all at once, or the market might come down on them. Go back and see the Chasing Dreams video if you haven't. And in the future, I'm going to definitely go through that collection and show you the cards. But yeah, whatever I was missing, Anthony sent. So cool. Well, that wraps it up. Jose Tartable, that's got to be Danny Tartable's father. And again, I was just a little toddler, so I don't remember a lot of these players. There's Zolio Versailles. He actually was on the Twins in '65, the team that lost to the Dodgers in the World Series, but he was actually the AL MVP. So yeah, there's a lot of cool cards in here. And yeah, Anthony, to answer your question, I know they could be spot holders, but man, I think these are in lovely condition. You know, we're talking 55 years old. So yeah, so cool. So yeah, well, I appreciate everyone sticking with me. Yeah, to get mail like this unexpectedly from, like I said, someone that I've never really met in person or even seen their face, and to be so generous, but is just unbelievable. But Anthony and I, we've been corresponding via email the last few months, and he's a really good guy. And like I said, he's actually been generous to other channels. You could look up their videos. I know it's Mangini Collection has one where he's opening up Uncle Gary cards from Uncle Gary Collection, along with G's Mikey, and there's probably others that I'm not even aware of. So yeah, again, great props, and shout out to Anthony. Again, he doesn't have his own channel where he's creating videos, but I'm sure he's probably commented on some of your content creators' material. And if you're not a content creator, just as I wasn't, but still a viewer and commenter, I really appreciate you. I mean, this is what makes the community what it is. So until next time, my name is Robert Sagady, and as always, good. Wait. Oh boy, I was about to wrap it up and I forgot the scroll. Okay, so I'm sure 80% of you have probably dropped off, but for the few that have stuck around, let's see what's in the scroll. This might be the best thing in the whole package. Look at that. Wow. Oh, wow. Kirby Puckett, salute to you, 1996. Got to be his retirement. That is a cool poster. Again, shout out to Dustin. Now his channel is called Kirby Puckett Place. I don't know if you have this or not, but I've never seen this before. Wow. What a cool, this is a panographic picture.
Hey now.
Man, this is neat. So neat. Yep. Wow. I wasn't at this game, but I remember watching it on TV, and they showed the whole ceremony. Oh, very emotional. Kirby Puckett was everything to the Twins. 2 World Series. I mean, he had a short career because it was, unfortunately, he got beamed in the head and had vision problems. So he had to retire early, but he still was good enough to actually, in that short sample size, be elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. So what a way to wrap it up again. Thanks. And as I was mentioning before, well, if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm getting close to 500, and every subscription helps me get there, and we'll have a really good giveaway. So, and then I'd love to hear your comments. So until next time, this is Rob Sagady, better known as the commenting collector, saying, good collecting.
In 1988, Kirby Puckett had perhaps his finest season. Gladden will be turned at third. He's coming home. Puckett batted .356, the highest average by an American League right-hander since Joe DiMaggio hit .357 in 1941. But Kirby did not win the batting title, falling short of the .366 average posted by Boston's Wade Boggs. Puckett's silver bat came 1 year later. On September 24th, 1989, Kirby went 2 for 4 in the season's final home game to stay ahead of Oakland's Carney Lansford in a very tight race for the title, a championship won with an average of .339. Kirby Puckett's batting title, number 88 on the countdown of the Minnesota.